Hello viewers, this is Muhammad Shafilon and you're watching English Language and Literature. In this episode, we shall discuss a poem titled Speak Up, which is an English translation of a very famous poem in Urdu titled Bol, written by Faiz Ahmad Faiz. The translation has been carried out by Shiv Kumar. We shall discuss this poem under 5 heads. First, a brief introduction to the author. Second, a quick reading of the text of the poem and its original version in Urdu language. 3. Brief analysis of the poem. 4. Literary devices used. And the conclusion. Let us start. Faiz Ahmad Faiz was born in 1911 in British India in district Narwa of Punjab. He died in 1984 in Lahore, Pakistan. Having worked as a journalist, as a broadcaster, as a teacher, as a trade unionist, as an army officer, Faiz Ahmad Faiz has been described as a man of wide experience. Faiz Ahmad Faiz was nominated for Nobel Peace Prize and he won Lenin Peace Prize. Some of his famous works are Naqsh Faryadi, Daste Saba, Zinda Nama. Some of his famous poems are Mujhse Pehli Si Mohabbat Meri Mehboob Na Mang, Ye Daag Daag Ujala, Hum Dekhenge, and obviously the poem of today's episode, Bol. Now let's have a look at the text of the poem, Speak Up. Speak up, for your lips are not sealed, and your words are still your own. This upright body is yours. Speak while your soul is still your own. Look there in that simidi, its red oven, fierce flames. The padlocks are already opening their mouths, and each fetter is skirting around. Speak up now, for time is running out before your body and mind fade away. Tell us, for truth is not yet dead. Speak whatever you have to say. Now let us read the original text of the poem in Urdu. Bol. Bol ke lab आजाद हैं तेरे. बोल जुबां अब तक तेरी है. तेरा सुतवां जिस्म है तेरा. बोल के जान अब तक तेरी है. देख आहंगर की दुकान में तुंद है शोले, सुर्ख है आहन, खुलने लगे कुफलों के दहाने. फैला हर एक जंजीर का दामन. बोल ये थोड़ा वक्त बहुत है, जिस्म जुबां की मौत से पहले. बोल के सच जिंदा है अब तक. बोल जो कुछ कहना है कह ले. Faiz Ahmad Faiz wrote this poem during the British colonial oppression of Indians, and we can understand that Faiz Ahmad Faiz is trying to encourage his fellow Indians to speak up and be brave enough to free themselves from the colonial yoke of British rule. Let us try to understand why is it important to speak up. Human beings have been bestowed with the special faculty of speech. When a person speaks, he tries to convince others to his opinion and tries to make a place in the society. Through this, he tries to build a discourse, whether for himself or for the community at large. Those at the helm of affairs are those who try to control people politically or through religion or by other means. They try to muzzle the voices of the marginalized. They try to shut their mouths and keep them away from the recognition, away from power, or away from what they need. That is why in a totalitarian state, the totalitarian government tries to muzzle the voice of those who want to speak. The totalitarian government tries to put behind the bars or tries to censor those people who want to speak up for themselves or for their community. Because a totalitarian government is well aware of the fact that speech has power and speech gives recognition. Now let us try to keep this scenario in the background and try to understand what Faiz Ahmad Faiz is trying to say. Faiz Ahmad Faiz is trying to goad his people, he is trying to encourage his people to speak up and not be intimidated by the oppressor's oppression. Because if they are cowed down by the oppressor's oppression today, it is going to have a heavy toll on them and on their next generation. Now, keeping everything that we discussed in the backdrop, let's try to read the poem once again and try to analyze the lines. In the first 4 lines, the poet is saying, बोल के लब आजाद है तेरे, बोल जुबां अब तक तेरी है, तेरा सुतवां जिस्म है तेरा, बोल के जान अब तक तेरी है. In these 4 lines, the poet is trying to goad, encourage his people to speak up because their voice is still their own and they are free to speak. And he's saying, Tera sutwan jism hai tera. The upright body is yours. This means that human beings have an upright body which is unique. But figuratively, it means that humans deserve dignity and respect. And for this dignity and respect, they must muster courage to speak up. In another poem by Faiz, Faiz is trying to widen the scope here. Even if your tongue, even if your speech has been snatched from you, what to do? He says, मताए लोह कलम छिन गई तो क्या गम है कि खूने दिल में डुबो ली है उंगलियां मैंने, जुबान पे मोहर लगी है तो क्या कि रख दी है हर एक हल्के जंजीर में जुबान मैंने. This means that what if pen and paper has been snatched from me? I have dipped my fingers in my heart's blood. What if they have sealed my tongue, they have sealed my speech? I have lent my tongue in every link of the chain. In the next stanza, the poet says, देख आहंगर की दुकान में तुंद है शोले सुर्ख आहन खुलने लगे कुफलों के दहाने फैला हर एक जंजीर का दामन. Here, through an impolite metaphor, the poet is trying to convey a point that lots of people have joined the revolution and he is goading his people, guiding his people, encouraging his people to join the revolution so that the voice becomes more powerful and they gain freedom, or they gain freedom from the oppression of the British rule. After that, the poet says, बोल ये थोड़ा वक्त बहुत है जिस्मो जुबान की मौत से पहले, बोल के सच जिंदा है अब तक, बोल जो कुछ कहना है कह ले. He is trying to say that बोल ये थोड़ा वक्त बहुत है. He is saying that we do not have much time, but if you try to put your efforts in, then you may gain a lot. बोल ये थोड़ा वक्त बहुत है जिस्म और जुबान की मौत से पहले, before your mind and body fades away, before you die, or before you become weak and frail and redundant. बोल के सच जिंदा है अब तक. This means that there is still recognition, still some rest. Now let us try to look at the literary devices used in this poem. 2 literary devices used in this poem are an impolite metaphor and second, the paradox. An impolite metaphor is a metaphor in which 2 things compared are not explicitly expressed. That means tenor and vehicle are not clearly given. For example, if we say all the world is a stage, so here world and stage are 2 things compared and both are explicitly expressed. Here world is tenor and stage is the vehicle. But in this poem, we observe that the poet says, देख आहंगर की दुकान में तुम है शोले सुर के आहन खुलने लगे कुफलों के दहाने फैला हर एक जंजीर का दामन. He is trying to compare something with a blacksmith's shop where there is fire is brewing up, chains are breaking, the padlocks are opening their mouths, but this very situation has been compared implicitly with something else which is not expressed there. What is the situation compared with? It is the revolution that he is trying to compare it with, the blacksmith's shop and the fire and the breaking of the chains and opening of the mouths there. So this very metaphor is not expressed explicitly. So this metaphor has been expressed implicitly. So this is an impolite metaphor. The second literary device is a paradox. What is a paradox? Paradox is a situation or a statement which seems to be contradictory, but on observation it happens to be true. For example, if I say that I am a liar, Now, if I ask you a question, am I a liar? What should be your answer? If you say, yes, you are a liar. But no, I told the truth that I am a liar. Then I am not a liar. I tell truth. But if you say that, no, you are not a liar, you're again wrong because I accept that I am a liar. So this is a paradox. What's the paradox in the poem is, बोल ये थोड़ा वक्त बहुत है, थोड़ा वक्त बहुत है. If वक्त, अगर वक्त बहुत है तो थोड़ा कैसे, अगर ये थोड़ा है तो बहुत कैसे है. But the point the poet is trying to convey, he successfully does so, but the paradox remains. Now let's try to conclude the poem. The Urdu poem Bol has been rendered into English by Shiv Kumar that we try to analyze, and in this poem the poet is trying to encourage his people to speak against the British, or by extension he is trying to give voice to the voiceless, to speak against the oppressor and try to gain recognition and acceptance in the society. This was all for today's episode. Hope you enjoyed the lesson today.
आजाद है तेरे, बोल जुबान अब तक तेरी है, तेरा सुतवा जिस्म है तेरा, बोल के जान अब तक तेरी है. अब तक तेरी है, तेरा सुतवा जिस्म है तेरा, बोल के जान अब तक तेरी है. देख के आहंगर की दुकान में धुंध है शोले, सुर्ख है आहन खुलने लगे, कुफलों के दहाने फैला हर एक जंजीर का दामन.